Hey guys, it's Brandy, and today we are going to do a products I regret buying. This is like, there's a couple hair products, there's only a few lip products in the big scheme of things, and then just makeup in general. That's pretty much all it is. It's not just high end, there's quite a bit of low end stuff too. If you want to see crap, it's not crap, it's just stuff that I just really regret buying, then just keep watching. Okay, let's just start off with the lip products, and these are it. Like, there's one lipstick that I regret buying, but this is just stuff in general, and these I got from Ulta, and they are You're the Bomb, Absolute New York, green apple, and bubblegum. They're just like lip balms. And this one's bubblegum. It doesn't smell like bubblegum. I'm not quite sure what exactly this is. But they're just not. This one is green apple. They're just not good. They come like, they were cheap, but still, I still regret getting them. If you see these in Ulta, first of all, if you like them, then great. But if you see them and you haven't tried them, I wouldn't try them. Next, this is kind of a YouTube made me buy it, and now I regret that YouTube made me buy it. But these are the City Lips Plumping Lip Glosses. This one is in Angel Lips, and this one is just clear. In my experience, none of this stuff works. Nothing plumps your lips. It just, they just don't work. So I just regret getting them all together. This one did have kind of a pretty color over the top. It was kind of an iridescent color. It's not going to come across on camera, but yeah, they didn't work, and they're real sticky and just, yeah. Another thing that I picked up from Ulta, this is Love and Toast is the brand, and it is just another lip balm, and this is in lemon mint. It doesn't even smell like lemons or mint, and it's kind of like a Carmex type thing, but it didn't do anything for my lips. I used it a couple times, and I regret buying that. This I wanted to like so much. This is the YSL, one of the YSL lipsticks. This one is in, I guess 8. It's just the color. It's very pretty in the tube. However, when you put it on, it's very sheer. And they have a funky smell. I don't know what that smell is. It's almost kind of floral-like. And this was expensive, and I totally regret buying it. I got it when I was out of town. Our Sephora doesn't carry YSL. It's just a Sephora inside of the JCPenney's, so they don't have a lot of the products. So when I was out of town, I picked one of these up. I swatched it, everything, loved the way it looked on my hand, got it home and tried it. So last lip product that I have here is the Extreme Plump. It is the Sexy Mother Pucker, and this is from Soap and Glory. And again, I keep buying these things knowing damn good and well that they will not do anything for my lips, but this smells like a chocolate scratch and sniff sticker. Ugh. It's clear, it doesn't do anything, and it stinks. Okay, a couple hair products that I have. I love Kendra Volume 25 hairspray. However, the Kendra Volume Dry Shampoo sucks. I mean, it's just flat out terrible. It's probably the worst dry shampoo I have ever tried in my entire life. I don't even know what it smells like. It smells okay, but you put it in your hair and it does nothing but make your hair look worse than what it did. I'd rather just have greasy hair than put this in my hair anymore. So yeah. Another thing I picked up, this is from Victoria's Secret, and it is the Sun-Kissed, the cat's running through here, the Sun-Kissed Wave Spray. It's just a sea salt spray, that's all it is. It smells so good. It smells like coconuts and the beach and everything, but it is not good in your hair. It just makes it sticky. It doesn't even do what some of the other bad sea salt sprays do. This just, I don't know, but it's not good. And I was not happy because I really like their shampoos and conditioners. So, wah, wah. Alright, let's get into real makeup. Back, and this is another YouTube maybe buy it type thing, I wanted the NARS Orgasm blush, and they didn't have it, so all they had was this trio here that has the blush, and then it has a bronzer and a highlighter. I can't really speak for the bronzer and the highlighter. I mean, I can swatch it real quick. It's just kind of orangey, but, and the highlighter's just not really anything at all. But this blush, I just regret buying this because this blush did not look good on my face whatsoever. It's got too much of a sheen to it, and I can't really use a blush that has that much of a sheen because I have an oily face, so no. Another, well, let's just go back to this. This is the NARS, and this looks horrible. It's been in my makeup thing. The translucent crystal. When I went to purchase this, I wanted the loose powder, and they didn't have it, and so she talked me into getting the solid and, or the pressed, I'm sorry, and it just does not have the same effect. I mean, you'll never get on a brush what you'll get out of a loose powder, so I really regret buying this. I have used it quite a bit, don't care for it. I mean, since then I have the loose powder, but I just regret buying that and not just ordering it online. That's where my impatient kicks in, and I want it, and I want it now. This is the Naked Urban Decay Flushed, and again, it is a blush, a highlight, and a bronzer. As you can see, this bronzer is pretty orange looking. I mean, you can, it's just pretty orange. And then this highlighter, I think that's pretty much the only thing I have used. It's decent. It's not anything spectacular. You can even see it. And then this blush is really, it's just really too much. I mean, if you're going for the clown look, then you can totally nail it, but really regret that. And a lot of this stuff is old. I've had it for a long time, and I don't want to get rid of it, but I still regret it. Moving right along, this was when the Revolution line came out in Ulta, and everybody was talking about it. This is the blush palette in Sugar and Spice. It's two, these two down here are just complete and total shimmers. Yeah. I mean, they are just shimmers. It's too much. And granted, like I said, this was not expensive at all. If it was even $10, but they don't last on me, and this palette was just too much. In the summertime, if I put these colors on, I'll look like Barbie or something. It's just not a good look. So I could have got something else that was cheap instead of that. But I got it, so what do you do? This is the Stila Eye Palette in Soul. And I'll go into a little bit further why I regret buying this. It has very pretty colors in it. A lot of the mauves that I really tend to gravitate towards. And then, you know, some of the deeper brown shades. But it's nothing that just wows you. I mean, the majority of your palettes have these colors in it anyway. So I just regret spending the money on this. Especially since I had the Urban Decay Naked 3. I got this because it seemed like the thing to do. Everybody's getting the Urban Decay Naked 3. And I really do love these mauve shades and the pinks. You know, and it's got a couple of a little bit darker shades. But I just don't use it enough. I don't use it enough to justify the price that I paid for it. I mean, every once in a while I'll grab it to pull, like, it's usually that shade right there, a trick. But that's it. That's about all that I use out of it. My least favorite shade is the Dust. And because that's pretty much what it is. It's just too powdery. I just don't get enough use out of it. Another eye palette that I really was disappointed in because I love Lorac. And this was the Nude Necessities palette. And it is very, very pretty, but it is very nude. But I love nude shades, so you would think that that would be okay. But these are just so underwhelming. I mean, they're just, I mean, you put them on and then you blend them and you have nothing. I mean, you have nothing. They're so fair that I just can't get a deep enough eye look out of this without reaching for without reaching for something else. So, with that being said, these colors come in other palettes, so I could have just got another palette. This one I have mixed emotions about. This is the Shade and Light Eye Palette by Kat Von D. I love the colors in here, and I have used it. However, I can't do an all matte eye color. I just can't. I always have to go and put some sort of shimmer. It doesn't have to be a deep or, you know, blingy shimmer. Just a little bit of something. I just feel like it's so dull without it. So that is the only reason why I regret buying this, is because I know better than to buy an all matte palette, because I'll still have to go into another palette to get my shimmers out of it, or my highlights or whatever. But yeah. Now let's go into like primers. This one is the Becca Ever Matte Poreless Priming Perfector. I regret buying this because it does not make me matte. So that's why I bought it, because it says Ever Matte. But even with my skin, it just, I mean, it's got the good consistency and it's very tacky as it dries, but it does not, it doesn't make me matte all day. So, and that's what I need. So that's why I regret that. This is the Algenist Pore Correcting Anti-Aging Primer. I regret buying this. I got this at the same time I got that YSL lipstick. And I asked the girl what she recommended for oily skin. But I still want to have, I want to be able to put on a foundation that has a light glow to it. I said I want to look glowy, but I don't want to look greasy. And so she recommended this, and no, I still look greasy, so. And while we're on the grease subject, let's go on to the Josie Maran Argan Illuminizer. The lid is filthy dirty on this. I have used this several times. It is a very, very pretty product. However, I cannot use it on my face. I have used it a couple times, like on my shoulders and stuff in the summertime. But, I mean, that is a lot of reflection there. But when you go down with it, it's kind of glittery, it seems like. You know, when you really work it into the skin, it just kind of looks glittery. So I don't know. It's okay for like your chest and your shoulders, but I haven't gotten enough use out of it. I just regret it. I have other ones that I use way more than that, so. Let's just stay on the Josie Maran bus here, and this is the Josie Maran Vibrancy Foundation Fluid. I knew better when I bought this because everybody on YouTube says, oh, it gives you the most wonderful glow and blah, blah, blah. I have oily skin. I know better than to do that. But I searched until I found somebody on YouTube that said, oh, I have oily skin and it still works for me. Bull. It does not work for me. I looked like I dipped my face in petroleum jelly is what I look like after using that once. I have only used it once. I could probably give it another try. But I hate to spend all the time on my makeup, and it drips off my face, and that's what happens when I use this. This is the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue, and this is in Vanilla 02. I regret buying this because all it is a tinted hydrating gel cream. I've used it several times, and it's okay to use under your foundation, but I have moisturizers that's all it is. It's not tinted enough to do anything, and it doesn't do anything for coverage, so you might as well just stick to a regular moisturizer, in my opinion. This is another YouTube purchase, and this is the EX1 Invisiwear Liquid Foundation. I watched several people on YouTube. I think Jaclyn Hill and Shades of Cassie had this, and they loved it. I got it, used it once, and first of all, now it is too dark, but I couldn't figure out what all the hype was about on it, and it took forever for it to get here. I don't know where, I can't remember where I ordered it from, but it says on the bottle it's made in Italy. I don't know. But it just, nah. So, I regret going to the trouble of buying that. It wasn't real expensive, but still. We'll just stay on foundations. This is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser Treatment Makeup. I loved these and the sticks that you can use for like concealer. This is for your entire face. I'm not a huge fan of the sponge tip applicator, but this was god-awful on my face, so, and it was $8.97, so whatever, I could have spent $8.97 on something else that I liked. This is, a lot of these foundations, a lot of these are foundations. That's kind of still looking for the ultimate Holy Grail foundation that just, you put it on and you never have to touch it up. And I've not found it yet. So, this is the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet. And this is in shade 53. I've used this a couple of times and it's okay. It's just not one of my go-to foundations. So, therefore, I regret buying it, and it, again, it's not matte. This lovely contraption is the Aqua Luminous Perfecting Foundation. Again, luminous, should have known. But sometimes you can get a luminous foundation and it's luminous, but it's not oily. But this is. And it's the, the dropper foundation, and it's pretty, but it's pretty if I want to put it on and like take a picture real quick. But by the time an hour into it, I'm already having to blot or touch up or something, so it's just not worth it. This one I have had for a while. This is the Number 7, Beautifully Matte Foundation. It says for an all-day shine-free look with a soft, even finish. This was in shade Cool Beige. I did get this from Target, and it smells so bad. I can't even remember. I don't know if I got a bad bottle or what, but it just smells like crap. I mean, you put it on your face and it lingers. The stench lingers. This is the Milani Cream to Powder Makeup. I should have known I can't use this type of a product for, like I said, oily skin. It just doesn't work, and it seems to stay. I can't get it to turn to powder. It just stays the cream. I mean, it's a very pretty, it gives a very pretty finish, but if you touch it, it's still just slick. So, nope, regret that. This is another one. This is It Cosmetics. This is the Beauty Fluid Foundation. This is the one that has the little powder or the little sponge thing. You dip it down in here and then you put it on your face. You can try it with a beauty blender or a synthetic brush of some type, kabuki brush or something. I used it a couple times, and again, I look like a hot, greasy mess. So I really regret that. Okay. This is the Do the Hula from Benefit. This is the liquid one. I really regret buying this because it is so orange. I'm trying to see in the viewfinder if you can tell. It's not coming across on camera, the depth of orangeness that this really is, but it is not by any means pretty on my skin. Maybe on somebody's, but it is not on mine. This is another Becca product. I really like Becca products. I don't just regret all of them. I have a lot of them. But this is the Under Eye Brightening Corrector. And it's just kind of like a Benefit Erase Paste type thing. It's just really light pink. And it does brighten under your eye. However, it seems to settle into my fine lines and stuff. So I just can't really use it. So I regret it. Because what's the point of having it if you can't use it? And last but not least, this is a YouTube Made Me Do It. YouTube made me buy it. And I bought it and I regretted it after the first time I used it. I'm trying still to figure out a way to use it because this was fairly expensive. But this is the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Powder. This settles into my lines. It settles into my pores. It accentuates my pores and my lines and wrinkles and under my eyes. I cannot use it. It gets into every little crack and wrinkle and anything you've got under your eyes. It accentuates on me. Lots of people say it works for them and it smooths everything out. Not for me, it doesn't. So I really, really, really regret buying. I really regret that it doesn't work on me. So, yeah. That is it, guys. Thank you for watching, and make sure you thumbs up this video and subscribe if you're not already. That way you stay in the know for the next video that comes up, and I will see you in the next one. We're just going to go ahead and get into it because this is just what's in this box. Yeah. This is a big box. So if you are interested in finding out what all I've hauled, then just keep